Hello students, hope you are all having a good time. Now in the previous class we discussed about various bond formations, we have discussed about bond angle. Today we shall discuss about valence bond theory, hybridization. Today we shall discuss a new topic called hybridization. Let us see what this hybridization means. Now B has, let us discuss the formation of BeCl2. B has 1s2 electronic configuration as 1s2 2s2. In the excited state, one electron from S will go to 2px. Now chlorine atom has configuration 1s2 2s2 2p6 3s2 3p5, where it has in 3px it has got 2 electrons, in 3py it has got 2 electrons, in 3pz it has got 1 electron. Now in the formation of BeCl2, this B 2 electrons, Cl2 7 electrons, it appears like this. This is how BeCl2 looks like. Now here one s orbital must be overlapping with one pz orbital, then one p orbital must be overlapping with one pz orbital. Now here if you find the overlappings, you have overlapping of s orbital with pz orbital and px or one px orbital with pz orbital. Now because the orbitals are different, the strengths must be different. The strengths must be different. But it was found that the strength of sp and pp are same, which is not true. It was found that the strength of sp overlapping and the strength of pp overlapping was found to be same, but it is not true. So a new Linus Pauling gave a new theory called hybridization. In hybridization, what happens is these two orbitals, they intermix with each other and they give rise to two orbitals of same size, shape and energy. So this is, these two combine with each other, they intermix with each other and they give rise to two new same size, same energy, same shape orbitals called hybrid orbitals. Because S and P are combining, they are called sp hybrid orbitals. Now in this sp hybrid orbital, one electron will be distributed. Now these electrons, they overlap with chlorine atom, pz orbital of chlorine atom, and this also overlaps with pz orbital of chlorine atom. Now this is why the bond strengths was same. So this phenomenon of intermixing of hybrid orbitals to give rise to same number of intermixing of orbitals to give hybrid orbitals, this process is called hybridization. Now let us take the example of BF3. In BF3 what happens is one s electron during excited state goes to py orbital and one s orbital and two p orbitals, they intermix with each other and they give rise to 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. This is boron. It gives rise to 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. We are calling it as sp2 because 1s and 2p orbitals are overlapping with, they are intermixing with each other and they are giving rise to 3 new sp2 hybrid orbitals. This is one sp2, this is one sp2 and this is another sp2 hybrid orbital. Now in these, each of the sp2 hybrid there will be one electron each. Now this overlaps with pz orbital of fluorine atom like this. To keep minimum repulsion, the bond angle here is 120 degrees. So this is what is the phenomenon of hybridization. You further have NH3 and H2O for examples of hybridization. You can check it in your textbook. Our next concept is about polar covalent compounds, ionic compounds and covalent compounds. Let us see the difference between three. Properties of ionic and covalent compound. You are given a table here wherein you are given formula, mass, physical appearance, type of bond, melting point, boiling point, solubility and chemical activity. So, you have new type of compounds called polar compounds. You know about ionic compounds, you know about covalent compounds. Here you have a new type of compounds called polar compounds. Polar compounds are nothing but, take the example of HCl. H gives one electron for sharing, Cl also gives one electron for sharing. Cl will have 8 electrons, H will have 2 electrons. These 2 electrons are attracted more by H than Cl. So, because of which hydrogen gets partially negative charge and chlorine gets partially positive charge. This kind of bond is called polar covalent bond. Okay, that's about today's class children. We shall discuss in detail in the next class.